It's a beautiful morning, a day full of learnings for me from the dignitaries who have already spoken and the one who is yet to speak. So I'm going to speak about wellness and volunteering. So firstly, to understand the concept of wellness, it seems to be a very common word that we hear about it, we watch programs on TV about it, and we read about it. So what exactly is wellness for each of us? Is it about the physical self? Is it about being in a good body, healthy, fit? How many of you agree with me when I say wellness is about being good? Can I ask for a show of hands? All of you agree that it's about being good. So it is a state of being healthy, of course. So is it only that? Yes. So for somebody who's thinking conservatively, somebody who has less knowledge of what wellness is, it's about physical self. That is also true, but there is more to it. I am not what I look, right? I'm also what I speak. I'm also what I do. So that's what wellness is all about. It's a holistic development or holistic improvisation that you do every day to yourself. Firstly, to make a change, we all know it's not the change, but it's the change, that big picture we're talking about. And when I say change, it might sound like a small word. You know, it might seem very simple to us. But a few of us who have worked towards bringing in a small change know what kind of efforts go into it. So where do I start to bring that change? Where do I promote wellness? Where do I tell people when they already think they already know about it? So my vision for a country, my thought, my feeling that a country's future lies in the hands of the people that live in it. దేశమంటే మట్టి కాదోయ్ దేశమంటే మనుషులోయ్ అని ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పారు పెద్దోళ్ళు. So what I'm trying to say is, even if we want to build a home, a community, a society, or a country, it lies in the hands of a person, a group of people, individuals who think a change is possible, who believe what is good has to be spread among people. So when we come to the basic wellness, it's about well-being in your physical self. So how do we achieve that? We have very little time. We hardly have time to eat our breakfast on time. And we don't find that time to take a bite in between meetings sometimes, because we're all busy people. I'm sure you're all as busy as all of these people sitting right here. There could be women here who are students. There are people who are mothers, including me, and there are business people here. So where do we accommodate this few minutes in a day for oneself? And how do you think you can make a better change or better community or better appearance anywhere without giving importance to yourself? So, okay, I spend 5-10 minutes in a day for myself. Okay, you did. What did you get out of it? So 5-10 minutes of watching TV, because you were relaxing, you were doing what you like, but what impact does that have on your mind? And what output would it give? So for me, I'm a very practical person. I talk in terms of what you're giving in, what is coming out of it. So when I talk about wellness, when I talk about your body being in a good state, it's about what you take in, what you consume. And also it's about what you fuel your brains with. And it's also about what thoughts and feelings that you put into your heart. So for me, wellness is an overall concept where it is well-being in your body, physical self, in your mind, and also in your heart. So to take this concept, when we talk about this concept so widely, every day, early in the mornings you see programs on TV. But what are we telling our children there? You should see a mother of a 10th class student, 10th grader. She's always tensed. She's always pushing the child to do something that he is not, giving 100% in. then what is the message that we are giving? On TV, the parents are watching programs about wellness, and here the same parent is pushing the child to do something beyond his liking, right? It doesn't have to be so painful. That's what I'm trying to say. Include a little fun in whatever you do. Like waking up early in the morning is very tough for some people, and staying awake till late is tough for some people. And what I'm trying to tell here is, wellness, when we say, is an overall concept, you have to understand the efforts have to be overall as well. It's not just about waking up and then just sitting down and watching some spiritual speech on TV. It is also about understanding what you're drawing out of it. You're going for a walk and then you're breathing fresh air. Is that it? I want to ask you, how many of you are happy doing what you do? How many of you are totally happy doing what you do? I'm glad to see a few hands raising. But do you not face problems? Do you not have tougher situations in your work? The work that you do out of love and passion? Yes, there is always a challenge just around the corner. When you focus on wellness with the way of fitness, what would you draw out of it is the capacity to deal with the situations that come your way, no matter what. So how is a person who is positive different from a person who is not so positive? I don't even want to use the other word. So who is not so positive? He has the ability to take what is thrown at him. He is alert enough, informed enough to push it back and get what is right to him. So we have promoted wellness in different cities and in Vizag as well through a movement called Pinkathon. So my journey to Pinkathon started with a mere Facebook post where I saw a picture of all happy women. They were smiling, they were having fun. I never thought wellness or fitness is so much fun. I just thought it takes an effort to wake up early in the morning, run or do some exercise. That's all it is about. So what I understood after that day of realization is that it can be fun too. You can love what you're doing, or you would find a way to do what you want to do. So I might love to just stand here and talk, but at the same time, I have to look at the output as well, the outcome of what I am doing here. So when we put so much of efforts, so much of knowledge, so much of time into what we do, it's always about the impact that we bring in by doing that kind of an act. In Visakhapatnam, we have a lot of platforms where people talk about fitness and promote wellness. And one such platform that I should definitely mention is the 5 a.m. Club, which has started like a few months back, last May. So this is a concept a man has conceived and put it into execution. The simple thing that they do is a bunch of people gather every day at 5 o'clock and do something about fitness. So why do they do that? Because they want to be better people, right? How does that make you better? Just meeting somebody, saying hi, and then walking for a bit. Does that make you a better person? Believe me, it does. And wellness is also about maintaining your relationships with people around. It's not just about eating right, sleeping at the right time, and then exercising for a bit. Our world, our life is full of relationships. If I can wake up in the morning and smile at somebody, maybe that will give them a positive vibe and make it a better day for them, even though they were stressed about something else in their own life. So yeah, like I said, wellness is about body, mind, and also heart or soul, like how you want to call it. And that brings me to the later part of my topic, volunteering. Volunteer is such a strong word. I don't know how many of you perceive it like that. But for me, volunteer is somebody who is totally not connected to what we do, but still walks in to make the event his own event and feels what we believe is right and then gives us time and effort. I always wished there is a platform an IT platform or a online platform where we can look up the events that need volunteers. You know, the events, the times, and how many of the volunteers are required. Maybe a little checkbox where it says, one person says, I'm coming, then it's like, okay, we have one volunteer in, we need 10 more. So a simple platform for enthusiasts like me. I would love to volunteer to promote anything that is good for the well-being of people. It could be related to subject matters, or it could be about health, it could be about social issues. I wish people are listening here, so I'm hoping there would be a change, or there would be, something coming out of what I said just now. And I want to speak about two prominent volunteers who have influenced thousands of women, who have brought in a bigger change. When you look back a few years back, there was no event called marathon. I mean, there were a few events which were like 14, 15 years in northern side of India. Other than that, we don't have too many events which were promoted by one person and which influenced the lives of different people. So I have to mention about Milind Soman, who has been the driving force behind something called Pinkathon. So the man in the grey t-shirt is Milind Soman. And the other prominent person on the right in blue suit is Rana Uppalapati, the guy from our own city of destiny. So why have they become so important today when I'm speaking about wellness and volunteering? Both of them promote wellness. Both of them volunteer to spread awareness about what they believe is good for women and people overall. So Milind Soman has started the movement in 2012, and then from then on, there were thousands of women, more than 80,000 of women who took part in the events and who clung to the event. And I am one of those thousands of women. And then there is Rana Uppalapati, who is a business associate Tanishq. And then I don't know why he had to take up all the effort to go 800 miles on his skates. Then I realized he thinks the basics are important. He thinks wellness of women is as important as any other social issue. So he is one person who raised funds of around 6 lakhs for the treatment of a cancer patient in Vizag. And he skated 800 kilometers, 600 kilometers on skates just to bring awareness about wellness, nothing else. So when you look at things like this, sometimes there are people who criticize you, right? When you do something good, you have a group of people applauding, you have a group of people criticizing. So yeah, don't be disheartened, because I have heard things like, why does she have to promote it at all? She can just sit at home, enjoy, have fun. She has such lovely life. And then why all this, approaching people, talking about it, having to promote it? Why the hassle at all? Because I believe a good person, a good set of people will build good set of community, good set of society. And then it results in the bigger picture that we all talk about, the country. So yeah, there it is. So I believe wellness is what it is, the foundation of building a nation. And here comes the other lady, Kiran Kanojia. She's also a Pinkathon ambassador, and if you can see, she is India's first blade runner. She lost her leg in an accident. She was a person into fitness before, and also continued to be the same and continued to inspire people all through India to take up fitness with what she does. She also promotes fitness. She also promotes wellness. So where did the courage come from to deal with life? That's one challenge for any common person. Losing a limb is not something that you even think about. But when it happens to you, when it hits hard in your face, what do? You deal with it. And that's what she did. And then she became my hero, my inspiration, of course. So this is what I have to say. You believe in a cause, you take it forward. But the basics that you have to focus on have to be taken care of every day. And they have to become part of your life. please encourage your children or your sister's children, the little children, whoever you see, when somebody is just behind them to just focus on studies or do what is right, take care of the profession, think about the career and not fitness, you're not leading them in the right way. Give them some room to be that child. Give them some room to think on their own and give them some room to be creative. Encourage them to be a total person than just what you want them to be. And I promise to myself and of course to my daughter that I would do just the same. Thank you.